goes into the water system. And into the soil. So we found a solution which was in fact the only real solution which wouldn't create bigger problems in the end. And it was called efficient microbes, a liquid solution, completely organic. So good for you that people actually drink it because it's excellent for the immune system and for the digestive system. But additionally, it has an enormous number of environmental applications. It cleans polluted soil, it cleans polluted water, it handles mold. It's not a pesticide and it doesn't deal with it directly, but by something called competitive exclusion, it causes the mold to dry up and die. It actually eats the mold, or it doesn't eat the mold, it eats the food that the mold is eating, and then by competitive exclusion causes the mold to dry up and die. So this was something that was so healthy people could actually drink it, and yet it actually worked to address the mold situation and clean up the toxic soil around people's homes and that sort of thing. So that's one example of actually bringing in an effective solution which doesn't become a bigger problem itself later down the road. Another example of something that we've done is in South Africa. There's a park called Kruger National Park, very famous park, and per several of the park authorities there was an overpopulation of elephants and such an abundance of them that they were going to have to do a massive slaughter of them, of between 5,000 and 7,000. And by doing that, it actually would have created enormous problems within the elephant, obviously for the elephants who had to be killed, but for the remaining elephants it would have been extremely traumatic, and then would have had an impact on the relationship between mankind, and tourists going into the area and the elephant population. It would have become very dangerous. So we found a scientist who has been researching contraceptive solutions, and contraception has been looked at in the past for this particular problem, but it wasn't a viable solution because it would only last for a year, and it's such a big project to go out, time and rangers and the cost of it to dart enough elephants to make that workable.